So when I saw they were making a movie called Fear, I was thinking, oh, they're remaking that Marky Mark movie from like 95. That's not the case. No, it ain't. First off, horrible hair day. Chase Act with the blue futon, reviewing Fear. So what is Fear about? Pretty simple premise, actually. You have a group of friends at the Strawberry Lodge. What is going to happen at the Strawberry Lodge? Are there witches? Are there fears going to kill them? Why are they there? Okay, I'm going to say one thing. COVID has made Hollywood lazy. What do I mean by that? Because of COVID, they feel like COVID's like the perfect backdrop to put a movie in, and that is not the case for this. I understand what they're going for with the fear of getting sick, so maybe that plays some elements. But what is this really about? You have a couple who is just ramped up in their homes. They got to get out of their homes. And so the guy's like, you know what? Let's go to Strawberry Lodge. And are there exterior motives for going there? Who knows? But there's about a group of 7 or 8 people now going to have this Strawberry Lodge to themselves. And one night at the campfire, they go, my biggest fear is drowning. My biggest fear is claustrophobia. My biggest fear is the cops. My biggest fear is losing someone, etc., etc. But now, for some reason, that talk at the campfire has now made their fears their reality. So, did I like this film? Not really. I think it was written pretty poor. I think the budget needed to be higher. And I think everything in this movie has been done so many times before. However, let's talk about the positives. I do think the acting involved isn't bad. For what this story is and for what the budget of this movie is, the acting, I can completely understand that this is what we're going to get, and I think it's fine. Some kills are interesting and unique, especially the one where we're seeing the trailer where he's like, get me out of here, get me out of here. That one is fun. The other ones are just very conventional. So now we're starting to go in the negatives, unfortunately. The kills. Very, very, like I said, conventional. It's things you've seen a million times before, and I was expecting some gory shit to happen. Nothing gory really happens. It's like, oh, there's some blood. Oh, there's more blood. Oh, there's more blood. And the look of the movie is very cheap, which is very odd because, like I said, there's a claustrophobic scene where you see in the background walls closing in on a person, and then it goes back to normal. That effect looked really good in the film. But then, however, other effects in this movie just look really cheap. And what do I mean by that? Is every time you're going in this fear mode, it feels like they just put night vision on the camera and focus on the person's face. And I'm like, what are you trying to achieve on that level? And then let's keep going on with the kills. Of course, someone's fear is drowning. Someone else's fear is control. Someone else's fear is the cops. Someone else's fear is claustrophobia. And they could have done so much more with the kills. It was just like, this is so conventional. And I know you don't have a budget, but at least make them a little bit more fun. And they just weren't that fun. And also, when you think about slasher horror films, you think of it this way. It's like someone gets killed in the beginning, and then you have a story, and then another death, and then more of the story, and another death in the story. Here, it's literally story, kill, 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 kill. And you're just like, oh, we're just like literally a domino effect of like once the kills stop, they're not going to stop until the last domino falls. And then the ending. The ending with the thing at the very end, like, don't fear. And you're just like, huh? What is it supposed to be a metaphor for? Don't fear about blood. Don't fear COVID. Don't fear drowning. Don't fear this. I'm just like, what are you trying to get at? And I don't know what else to say. The ending just didn't work for me, especially with the text messages coming. It was just very cheap and just all of a sudden, I'm just like, what are we doing? So overall, fear just doesn't work. The kills aren't conventional. The acting is fine. The landscape is fine, but it just looks way too cheap. Like, I've seen movies with smaller budgets that actually look good. Look at Searching. Look at Missing. At least they have the presentation to look good. This one, like, when you go in that fear mode, it's like, what are we doing? And yes, I was the only one in the theater. So Fear will receive a 1 out of 5 with Futon, so he goes at 20%. Let's see what the critics and user scores gave this one. So you have critics a 17% with 12 of them, audience score 27% with fewer than 50, no critic consensus. Yeah, I mean, this was a no-budget movie, I don't know who the distributor was, it was, like, a brand new person I never heard of or brand new company, but, yeah, I was expecting something to happen, and stuff does happen, but it's just like, are people really that scared of, like, the flu now? 17-20-27. Chase Hawk with the blue futon. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Moved on. Tope. You moved on. Thank you. Watch. Have a great day. I had to make sure it was 27%. But yeah, what's your biggest fear? My biggest fear, honestly, is death. Why? Because what the fuck happens? It's just darkness. Do you just forget? That scares the fuck out of me.